Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and we're here with Real Estate Talk with Beth, and we're winding down. Last week we did December recap, but today we're going to do all of 2023. That way, when we're done here, everything forward will be 2024.
That's right. We will go back and we will compare January with December, but this way we have a baseline from 2023 going into 2024, so we can always have those numbers to go back and look at. So,
and we're also going to give our predictions
David
for
is gonna give
2024. No,
predictions.
Beth is too. So let's look at it.
Okay.
Click it.
I'm clicking. Okay, so the average sold price for the year was $519.
And this is an average of the homes on Houston MLS. We went over that last week, why we use Houston MLS. And so this is an average
For the entire year, and it's from the
Bolivar.
ferry to the High Island turn, from the beach to the bay. So that, for the year, that's pretty good average.
Yep, 500,000.
Yeah, there was 274 houses sold. The average price per foot was $373. And the average days on the market was 106, which
That's
is
about what it is now.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
it's not. I mean, goodness, in 2021 we were at like 40.
Yeah.
So 106. That number has gone up, but we have predictions. I'll talk about that. These are what we looked at from January to December. The number of homes that were active on the market. So you can see in January, we started at 164, and then it started climbing.
And actually, since July, we've been within, hovering about the same.
Right, and that was your prediction back at the beginning of the year. You said we're going to be at 300.
300.
And we were just really, really close there.
Yeah.
I mean, in July, we're at 297.
Well, and I think the first quarter, I'll get into that in my predictions.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, 297, but some of the homes dropped off too.
Right,
and
some of them expired.
That's the reason why it didn't go, because we had up to 45 homes drop off, I know, on a couple months thinking about, so.
Okay, so I'm clicking. Oh, there it is. The active price per foot only dropped off about $20 a foot. So from January, we're at 408, and then to December, we're at 388. Right. And we know that the average sold price was less than that, though.
Right.
So we need to get down on that number, but we're not dropping that much, which is kind of going to be my prediction for this year. The months of inventory. So you can see in January, we were low going into the beginning of the year, and it just started climbing up. March, we had a good month. In September, we had a good month. I mean, they were pretty low. Well,
August and September had 10.
Yeah.
10 months.
So, but then it started climbing, which is normal. Going into the winter months, we
to
started
double
climbing.
from November to December, we went from 18 months to 35
Well,
months.
because we didn't have very many closings in December.
We didn't have that many closings, but we're right in line when we were looking back
to
from
2019.
previous Decembers.
Right.
We're right in line. So.
Right. Yeah. The days on the market. So, our average was 108, I think, and we ended the year at 110 for December. We started at 82, so it's
gone up.
It's gone
up. At
up.
one point, it was 177 in October.
Yeah. So it's come down from that. I like that 110 number.
That's 90. 3 months.
3 months is not bad.
A hair over 3 months.
Pendings, that is our number of pendings. In October, we took a good spike. March, April, May, those are generally the months that people come in and start looking at houses to buy so they can have them for themselves during the summer.
Yep.
That makes sense. Let's see. Sold. So this is the number that you like to look at.
So is it 2019 every year?
Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I missed it. It's going, I didn't change that. It's 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23.
So this is the price per square foot?
The sold
Okay.
price per square
square
foot and
foot.
the number of houses that sold each
So,
year.
like December, we were.
Well, that was December's numbers there. So, you know what? I'm going to skip over the screen
Okay.
because I messed that up. So that is that end of that. So I'm sorry
Okay,
about
so we were looking back, and we did this on the show previous because we were looking at December's months from the previous years, and you know, we were off one in November and December from 2019, and you know, we
Right.
said that.
And I can go back and look at that.
Yeah,
if
you
want.
really can't talk about 21, 22, and 2021 and 22
'Cause
because that wasn't a typical market.
right.
But we're back to a typical market, but we have double the houses that we typically have to choose from. So, you know, with 2024 and about 4 months ago, I predicted that by the end of the first quarter of 2024, that we would have 300 houses on MLS, and we got close to it, but
Well,
because of the
in actuality,
drop
we
off,
had it because of, I mean, if you include all of the MLSs,
Right.
Like we said, we only pull from the HAR.
HAR.
So if you pulled in all those, you hit your number.
yeah, we hit our number. But what's 2024 going to look like?
Let's talk about that. I'm going to first talk about what the experts are out there saying, okay? So as far as mortgage rates, the experts are saying that we're going to see a decrease in the mortgage rates.
When they say a decrease, are we talking 0.5%, 1%, 1/4%?
Well, and I looked at all different types of people that are talking out there, mortgage people, NAR, you know, just professionals in real estate, and they're all saying that you're going to see interest rates in the 6s and you can buy down from there into the 5s.
And we did a show on that,
On
talking
buying
about
down.
buying down. And with interest rates higher now, now's the time to do it. And if you buy down, if they go down to 6% or 7%, what are they at now?
I don't know exactly what they're at right now today.
8%?
No. They're in the high 6s right now.
Okay.
But I think when we get closer to, you know, the end of the year, I think we're going to be in the low 6s, maybe even in the 5s.
So if you buy down from that, it'll actually, you can save a whole lot of
it's
money.
gonna be great.
And if you didn't see that show, we'll try and do another one of those because I want to talk about that going into 2024 with the interest rates, about buying down, and maybe even get a builder in here to talk about what they do to work with people on that. So
and one of the reasons why they're saying there is going to be that is because of the bond rates. They're going to continue to go down. So they think that will help that. So home values. Well, the professionals out there are saying that the home values will remain pretty steady at that number. So like if we're at that 388 number price per square foot, they're saying that that's probably where we're going to remain. That's across the country. And we're going to go to our own thing. I think that we will see more transactions out there because the interest rates are going to come down, and because of that, sellers, they want to move on usually.
Right.
So they either need to do something else with their money, and those lower interest rates will allow them to go and do that, move on, whatever that may be. Like if you're thinking about selling your home, let's say Waxahachie, and you had a really low interest rate, why in the world would you sell?
Right.
Well, now you can buy that property in Crystal Beach,
Right.
and you can buy it at a lower interest rate. So I do think we'll see more transactions. What can buyers and sellers expect? And this is what the experts are saying. Sellers, again, can expect more demand for their properties. Buyers, let's see, they will have, it'll be more affordable to buy. Even down here, it's going to be more affordable to buy because of the interest rates are lower.
Well, and I think I'll get into my predictions
Okay.
here in a little bit.
The buyers, if you're wanting to negotiate more on that sales price, I would suggest doing it the beginning of the year with homes that have been sitting on the market a little longer. because once those interest rates start falling more, then you may have more competition there. Current home values, the experts are saying that we're going to go back to those numbers that we saw in 2022.
I don't think so.
I don't know about that one either. I was surprised to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Bolivar.
Okay, give me your prediction.
Where's your hat?
I've got this one. I forgot my turban. Here's what I think is going to happen in 2024.
Okay.
I think we're going to hit that 300 before it's all over with, because I think investors that came in and bought, and we all know that they bought high, I think they're going to look at their return and say, man, I just want to get out of it. Because we're already seeing some people wanting to get out of some homes that they purchased. And so I think for here on Bolivar, the price is going to come down a little bit. It's going to have to if people want to move homes. They're not just going to be able to throw a price out there. And then when it comes down to it, it's going to be all on amenities, what that house has to offer. And the house that's 7 rows back, it's going to have a good price unless it's really got some neat amenities, because we've got double the houses homeowners juggling for what I think we're going to have the same amount of buyers at the end of the year.
I don't know if we're going to see more than 300. I have been counseling my clients, even when they bought back in during that time. Look, when you buy, you're not going to get rich off of this. You're buying this as an investment.
Long
Use
term.
it for your own personal use too, and enjoy it. Hunker down and stay in that. Don't sell that equity.
Yeah.
So that's my.
Because they've already got some equity in the home.
Yeah,
From the
so don't
purchase.
get rid of it, and at least you can walk away and it's good all the way around. Otherwise, hold on to it.
And if they bought it when the interest rate was up, if it goes down, they can always refinance it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if you find a house now that the price is where you're looking and where you want it, don't pass it up, because I can tell you it's not going to be there. Go ahead and secure
Right.
your dream home, and then look at in 6 months or a year, okay, the interest rates have dropped a point. Let's go back in and refinance it. Let's look at maybe buying down. If I don't know if they can they buy down if they refinance?
Yeah, sure
Can
can.
they? So, and I'm not a realtor, so don't take any of what I say to heart.
No, but I mean, yeah, the new construction, those prices, they're not going to come that much down, because everything's gone up.
Yeah, we
Inventory's
talked
gone
about
up.
lumber on another show with Seaside, talking about
Oh, you did?
lumber
Okay.
prices. They come out twice a week, and he said we're really not seeing, one week it'll go down a little bit, the next week it'll go up because they had a storm over here. Now we've had storms on the East Coast going through.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
you never know, but I don't see lumber prices coming down a whole lot. In fact, Mike was telling us what he used to pay for a 2x10 and what he paid during the peak season.
What was it? It was like 300% it went up.
Yeah, it went up.
So things have changed.
But
so.
houses haven't gone up 300%.
No.
You know, and we saw that in the numbers. They were about $100 a square foot more now than they were in 2019. And so.
Well, I mean, they adjust with the prices. They've definitely come down on their prices for new construction. So they've adjusted. Okay. So this is my next point.
Okay.
Will we be in a buyer's market at the end of 2024?
No way.
Great, David,
No
predictor.
way. No way.
You
Ain't going to be in a buyer's
We're in a
market.
buyer's market right now.
Oh, buyer's market.
Yes.
Yes. Will we be in a seller's market? Not for 2 years.
Okay. So your prediction is we will still be in a buyer's
market at the end of 2024.
Okay. How many houses do you predict will be on the market at the end of 2024?
Oh, I don't know that, but I think we'll stay right in line. We had closed 274 this year in 2023. I don't think we'll see much of a move from that.
Okay.
Just because we've got new subdivisions, new developments coming in. We've got the custom home builders are still building homes.
Oh, yeah, they're building.
You know, and they're moving them. They may sit an extra 60 days longer and hit that 90 or 108 days, 10 days on the market. But we've got the developers watch this stuff.
Oh, sure.
And they're not slowing down any.
No.
Look at the Pearl. We're fixing to kick that off here in the next 3 weeks, probably.
And I think he's going to be kicking it off at the prime time.
Yeah, and so we've got the villas at Bolivar. We've got a couple other that are in the works down here, and no one's pulled back.
No.
You know, Bolivar's growing, and it's still cheaper to buy a house here than it
Absolutely.
is anywhere else on the Texas Gulf Coast.
I expect great things to happen here in the next year. And, you know, the numbers, the professionals out there are predicting that it's going to be great in 2024.
Well, and look at, now we've had investors coming in from outside. We're still getting new investors in, like your guy from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he ran the numbers on what our season is here versus Florida and says, man, y'all have a better season than we do down here. And I can sell one of these houses and buy
a place down in Bolivar. He just wants that perfect place. He
Yeah.
hasn't found it yet. So if you're thinking about selling your beachfront, call me.
So
I gave that little plug. Let me see what else I have on our list. Sorry. Talk, David.
dead airspace
I
costing
know.
money.
What will our average price per foot be at the end of 2024?
I think it's going to probably be about like it is.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
the
you?
professionals are saying that we're going to go up,
I don't think so.
but I mean we're still hovering around that 380.
And if we didn't have a surplus of homes, I would say, yeah, we
Yeah.
can go up. And in Waxahachie or Dallas or Houston,
An urban area.
it all depends on schools and when school gets out and supply of houses and stuff. But down here, a lot of these are second homes or investment homes. And so I don't think we're going to see the price per square foot really change that much because it's a different type of home down here.
Yeah. Well, and
My opinion.
you know, the interest rates going down will trigger some of those sales up in, you know, the urban areas to release some of those funds to come down here and buy. Because everything's just been tied up. And
Well,
we need a release.
And down here, you know, people typically keep a house, 3 to 5 years. Those that came in 2019, it's about time that they're ready to go move closer to
Probably.
the grandkids.
Yeah.
You know, and then next year we'll catch the 2020s, the start of the pandemic people,
Yeah.
you know, and so then I think we'll have another burst of homes come on the market.
Well, because there was a lot of transactions in
whenever
2020.
we get into 3 and 4 years out from that 2023, 2022 time when we sold all those homes, because they've made their money. If they're going to make it, they bought at a good price, hopefully.
And they'll be able to recoup that
Yeah, and
and
they're
get
ready
their equity out of
That's
it.
the
And
biggest-
that's the way it should be done.
That's the biggest thing down here is people buy houses, and then when the grandkids are younger, they
know.
come down, they spend the time, and then all of a sudden the kids are in soccer and baseball and basketball and volleyball.
But they really
And-
don't want to sell it.
No, but they want to be closer to the
I know.
grandkids, and that's probably the biggest reasoning behind,
That's the one I've heard.
you know, we want to move closer to our
Yeah.
grandkids. It used to be health. Well, we need to move closer to the health, but now we've got UTMB, and our EMS here is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so, and we're close enough to Houston that a lot of people will drive into the day there or go up and spend the night. And so now it's strictly grandkids.
Grandkids, that's what I'm hearing. So
Yeah.
do you have any other predictions for the year?
No, I think we're going to ride this out. I think we'll see some more homes come on the market in the first part of 2024, but I don't think we're going to double or anything. I think we'll
no.
hit the 310 maybe.
So with
price
310
is-
and we sold 274, then we'll still have a surplus.
Yeah, and we're going to be in a buyer's market for the next 2 years, I think, because we've got double the houses. What we got, 282 houses, which is a 3-year surplus.
Yeah, but that's going to come down next month.
You know,
I have a feeling.
and so I think interest rates. I think if we can see it drop a half, I think we'll see that's a lot.
That's
and then
a
if
lot.
you go in and if they're smart and and they do a buy down because they've got an extra 10,000 or 15,000
Or they have
that
a
they can buy
savvy
down.
seller that wants to move that property
Yeah.
and help them with that buy down, sure enough.
I think the homeowners are really going to have to make sure that house is spot on, that it's not cluttery on the inside, that the amenities are really emphasized, and this is where, you know, the drone photography comes in and
yeah.
shows the location and
Well, and maintenance.
and the good, you know, houses down here have a lot of maintenance, especially the closer to the beach, and so having that house washed and fresh paint on it makes all the difference in the world. If two houses are sitting there and one's dirty and one's clean, what do you think they're going to buy?
Well, and you know, something I always tell my clients when I walk in, take a look at that air filter, the return.
Yeah.
If that's dirty, that tells you how well they've been maintaining
when
this
I
house.
traveled with work, I always looked at the air filter when I went in my
The hotel
room.
Really?
Because that told me if that room was clean or not.
That, the yard, if the yard is maintained, that's a big deal.
Well, down here, a lot of people have it mowed.
It's
And
different
so-
on the yard, but the air filter, that's a telltale sign. How well they maintain that house is.
Yeah, and it will also tell you about the humidity in the home. Is there
True.
abundance of humidity and stuff? So, but I'm not going to get into that.
So that really, we're just talking now.
So there's your 2024, 2023 in review. Moving forward now, we're going to be talking about the Bolivar Peninsula Showcase of Homes.
Yes.
We've got a show coming up on that. We've got a show coming up on some 1150 Alex home
Yes.
for sale. What else do we have, Rachel?
We have some seller information that we're going to put out.
We're working on talking to buyers. We're working on a show
that.
for buyers on what they've done to their home since they purchased it.
And then
to
we're
upgrade it.
looking at some new construction houses that
Yep.
we have.
We've got the
coming up.
Pearl that we're going to kick off. We've kicked off. In fact, Jason and I did a show Sunday, and we've got another show coming up this
And
week.
then Prestige.
Prestige we're going to go record a couple homes there for him. So there's a lot going on down here. Don't think that because the interest rate's gone up and the developers are in it.
Yes, I
Wholeheartedly.
expect great things down here.
And
I keep clicking. I don't know if it's working.
Talking to Colt from Seaside Lumber, we recorded a show the other day that's actually going to probably played a couple days ago when you see this, but he was talking about the lumber and how much they're moving now
Good.
and what they've got going on, and it's easier to get to it, get lumber now than it was. The prices have sort of steadied out, so they don't. And he said that was their biggest problem during the pandemic, was keeping helping these builders stay in budget because the price
Well, we
went-
saw those numbers that
Yeah.
Mike gave us. The numbers just shot
went
up.
crazy. So
And they've leveled off. So
anyway, I'm going to cut her off now because we've gone way over our 10-minute limit.
I'm
So,
sorry, y'all.
We do these shows every Monday, and typically we're talking about a home for sale or property for sale or a spec home for sale here, but it's always real estate, and it's always here on Bolivar Peninsula. It's not across the pond or in the city. It's strictly Bolivar, and you can see our shows anytime on our Bolivar Live TV at bolivarlivetv.com, or you can download our free app on Roku and Amazon Fire, or you can check us out on YouTube where all our shows are. And go back a couple weeks and see some of the other shows. And we've got about 2 months worth of shows up for each channel. So anyway, Beth,
Thank you, David.
appreciate it. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. 110 Realty Group on Bolivar Peninsula, located in Crystal Beach, Texas, believes finding the perfect home or property is a necessity for every client. That it's crucial to provide relevant, up-to-date information on the market, properties, and homes for sale to each and every seller or buyer. Keeping up with the market in today's world is how 110 Realty Group exceeds expectations for their clients. 110 Realty Group in Crystal Beach, Texas are your real estate sales professionals, both in beach home sales and property sales. Finding the perfect custom home on Bolivar Peninsula is a specialty of Beth Terminella. Keeping up with the daily changes and available homes, properties, and the changing market makes 110 Realty Group the choice for several custom builders for spec homes and investors looking for short-term rentals, along with home buyers looking for that perfect beach house for their family. 110 Realty Group for all your real estate needs on Bolivar Peninsula, in Galveston County, and across Texas.